All right, y'all. It is week 3 fantasy football/football season. So we're looking at the top waiver wire selections that, we're going to look at trends as we every week progresses. So I have the or the top trends on Sleeper right now as far as players go. And we can kind of break down a few of these people and where I would personally go with it, depending on if they're available in your league or not. So we have the top selection right now, or the top pickup for everybody right now, is Carson Steele out of Kansas City, and that's because of the Isaiah Pacheco injury. Um, for me, I'm going with the guy that's proven. I'm going with Kareem Hunt. Unless you are desperate, you need a running back right now, you have no backups, you need to start somebody that's going to get some carries, then yes, I would start Carson Steele. If you're not in a rush and you want to get a guy that will get legitimate yardage for you and legitimate carries, in my humble opinion, I'm picking up Kareem Hunt. He killed it. I mean, he made his career in Kansas City before all the off the field stuff. Um, they do. Andy Reid does a great job with running backs. I mean, I think Isaiah Pacheco is like a 7th round pick or something. So you insert a guy that's already been in the system before. Um, every time I feel like Kareem Hunt goes to different teams and he just makes it work. The Browns, he made it work. He was right next to Nick Chubb. I mean, regardless of if he's not going to I can't imagine he plays this week. But for a long-term stash, I mean, I think Pacheco's out 6 to 8 weeks, something like that. Um, I'm going with Kareem Hunt, Carson Steele if you need an immediate pickup for the Chiefs. All the top running backs are Chiefs running backs. Another, I'm not going to call him a sleeper because he scored 2 touchdowns, but I mean, currently in my league, he's not picked up. But someone that I would look at is Braylon Allen out of from the Jets. He scored 2 touchdowns last week. His first week, they played the 49ers. I think he had a carry for 8 yards. He didn't get many touches, and I don't think that he'll get a ton of touches with Breece Hall being in front of him. But, the waivers and how you want to play it is you want to anticipate possible injury if you have bench space to stash people. You want to anticipate targets. You want to anticipate a lot of things, but when someone scores 2 touchdowns, they start to get a little bit of fire on their team, and you'll see out of him, unless Breece Hall goes down, you're going to get some inconsistency for sure. But great, I would stash him for the future, especially because the league is not very deep in running backs right now. Yeah, I think the running back position's getting better. You have the emergence of J.K. Dobbins in Los Angeles. Which, shout out J.K. I picked him up. I've had him for every year. His Achilles has been broken. And that's any position that is not deep in your league, any little sniff of the end zone, you want to go ahead and make that pickup and get ahead of people on that. I personally am really deep in running back in this league. I don't even know who I would cut to pick up Braylon Allen, but hopefully no one in my league watches this, and this is all just pure strangers, and they don't pick Braylon Allen up, because I think that he'll be a good pickup, especially down the line. I'm pretty sure he's a rookie. He's like 20 years old. Those cats get much better as the season progresses. And also as the workload for the starter gets heavier, they try to split carries and keep everybody healthy for the playoffs if they're trending that way. So that's what I would do in the running back position. Quarterbacks, my viewpoint on quarterbacks, I have 4 amazing quarterbacks in this dynasty league. Shout out to the people that dropped all the players that they dropped. I have C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson, and Joe Burrow. So I'm kind of squared away. But if you're in a situation like, I mean, let me just pull it up. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. So Skylar Thompson, you obviously have Skylar Thompson, Andy Dalton. You probably have Sam Darnold in your league because nobody thought he was going to play the way he did. For me, Skylar Thompson could be a good play just because of everything that's around him. I don't know what Mike McDaniel's going to do with the offense, but that's a risk to me, especially when I look down and I see Tyler Huntley down here. Tyler Huntley, is a decent third stringer. And if Skylar Thompson doesn't play well, I mean, he could be benched. But I would just stick with what you have. Play the best matchup, the weaker defense, and you should be good there. Receiver, I'll keep this super high level. If you got Quentin Johnson on your waiver wire, which it seems like 130. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 million people, 1 million ads. That's a ton. If you have him on there, go ahead and pick him up. I think that's a great ad, especially because receivers kind of thin. Week to week, with everybody running the offenses they're running, like spread offenses, you don't know who's going to get all the brunt of the targets unless they're just a bona fide superstar. So Quentin Johnson, that would be a great pickup. Me personally, I picked up Alec Pierce this week. 7 targets last week and a touchdown. I know versus the Texans, he had like 2 really long plays, which ended up getting him 125 yards and a touchdown. And his targets weren't that high. His game is all going to be dependent on Anthony Richardson and how he's playing. I mean, Anthony Richardson didn't really play very well last week, and he still had 5 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown. So I think as the season progresses, Alec Pierce is in the mix, kind of in that slot role for the Colts. And I would consider picking him up and just monitor his targets. Maybe don't start him right now. And monitor his targets, monitor his touchdowns. And lastly, I'll go with tight end. Tight end, if you don't have one, I'm so sorry. It's really the hardest position. It's not deep. I will say Schoonmaker. I'm a Cowboys fan. I should know this. But Luke Schoonmaker, he actually had a nice catch for Dallas, and with Ferguson out, I would probably go this direction. All right, he had 6 targets, 43 yards, didn't get a touchdown. But with Jake Ferguson out, you would obviously want to monitor Jake Ferguson's situation, but with him out, I would lean this way if he's available for you. And I would just monitor injuries and just pick up the next guy. Whoever the next guy is, pray they can catch some balls because it's just not very deep. And that's really, really unfortunate. So I was going to go through week 3 real quick and just kind of do a little pick 'em, just see how I do. See how I do with some picks. I'm not going on gambling lines, anything like that. This isn't a gambling channel. I'm just going to purely guess who I think is going to win these games. And I'm going to watch this back and see how well I did. All right, so New England Jets, Thursday night. I'm going to definitely go with the Jets. I know that seems like a crazy pick. I just think Rodgers is going to get more and more comfortable week over week. So I'm going Jets. Giants and Cleveland, maybe the most boring game on the docket. I'm going to go with, oh my gosh, I hate the Giants. I'm going Cleveland. Bears, Colts. I'm going to go Indy. I think Chicago's defense is phenomenal. But until I see Caleb Williams have a game, I just don't know if they're going to be any good. I mean, they play the Texans close. Texans are good, but I'm going Colts. Texans, Vikings. Man, that's a good game. I'm gonna go with the Texans though. I think the Texans will take that win. I believe too much in CJ Stroud. Philly, New Orleans. Now, being a Cowboys fan, hate me or love me for that, I gotta go. It's a perfect Philly bounce back game. But I need New Orleans to win. I'm gonna go New Orleans. Shout out Thor AD. Go check out his channel. I'm gonna go New Orleans with that pick. Chargers, Pittsburgh. I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh. They just know how to win. They know how to win tough games. Their defense is so good. Tampa, Denver. I'm going Baker, dude. Baker looks so good. I mean, honestly, if this is the way Baker is and this is how he's gonna play, that should be 14-point blowout. Green Bay, Tennessee. I'm going Green Bay. Not even gonna explain it. Somehow they just figure out how to win games. Carolina, Raiders. Carolina, terrible. Miami, Seattle. I'm going to go Seattle. I just think the quarterback issue in Miami is just going to be a little too much. Detroit, Arizona. Damn, great. Another great game. Oh, my goodness. I kind of believe in Arizona. I think people think that's probably a dumb take. I believe in Kyler. I'm going to go Arizona. This game I'm about to mention, Baltimore, Dallas. Dallas needs a huge bounce back game. I am a Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl guy. I think we bounce back from the New Orleans game. I know the Ravens are in the same boat with their loss, but I'm going Dallas. San Fran, Rams, San Fran. That's blowout. Kansas City, Falcons. I don't believe in the Falcons. I just don't believe in them. I'm going Kansas City. Jacksonville, Buffalo in a blowout. And then Washington and Cincinnati, I'm going Cincy. Those are my week 3 picks. Those are my week 3 waiver selections. I hope this helps. If y'all have any questions, leave them in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I really, really appreciate it. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.